my apple haul from yesterday at the apple farm. I'm getting ready to make some apple butter. I'm going to show you how. I peeled and cored a bunch of apples. The recipe that I have says 6 pounds. I don't know how many pounds it was. I just filled up my crock pot. And then I added about a cup of dark brown sugar and a half a cup of granulated sugar. I added some cinnamon, nutmeg, salt, cloves, and vanilla. And we're going to, I just stirred everything up, got all the apples covered in some of the spices. Then I'm going to put the lid on, and we've turned it up to high and we let it cook for about 12 hours. I'm just going to periodically stop and stir and let this cook, and the apples are going to kind of soften. And if they're not, I'll see how it is at the end. If they're not softened enough, I have an immersion blender that I can use on them. But we're just going to cook them, and over time we'll see how they look. I still have a lot of apples left over. Maybe a pile will be coming out of these apples. We'll see. These are so good. These are called Ever Crisp apples. They are the best apples I've ever had. Love them. Let's check out these apples. Boy, my kitchen smells good. Got cinnamon and nutmeg in there. And they are making some liquid. You can see that. We're only maybe 3 hours in, so it's still got a lot to go. But they're definitely getting soft and making the liquid. And ooh, these are going to be some nice apple butter. Can't wait to see how this turns out. All right, we'll be back later. It's time to check these apples for the apple butter. I wish I could smell in the house. It smells so good. It smells so much like fall. Those apples are really cooking. We're about, I think, 7 hours in. It still has about 3 more to go. The apples are definitely breaking down. I've also read that I need to leave the lid off in the last hour of cooking to help thicken the juice too. So we'll see how that goes. But that's what it is for the moment. Looking good and smelling good too. Okay, my apple butter has cooked up. These apples have cooked down to about half of this pan now. But some are still a little bit chunky. If you like your apple butter chunky like this, you could leave it like this. I want mine to be a little bit smoother, so I'm going to use my immersion blender on it. And this last couple of hours, I've left the lid off for it to cook and thicken, and it has thickened just like it said it would in the recipe. Pretty cool. So all I have to do now is to use that blender and get these apple chunks a little bit smoother, and then I'm going to put it into jars.